Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am finally getting around to recording how I do my nails at home for cheap using a dip powder. And I came across this color dip starter kit from Red Carpet at Ulta. It was about $35, so not super expensive, and it comes with everything you need, like the top base coat, buffer, and it also comes with a dip color already. But we did get additional colors, so my daughter picked out this glitter purple color. The red color is what comes with the starter kit. I was not a fan of it, so I picked out an additional color, and each dip powder color separately is like $10, so not super cheap but not super expensive either. And this is Chimey in the color 455. I love it because I'm a neutral type of gal and it goes with everything. So I like my nails in like a square shape, so I'm just going to shape them up first, and they are still recovering from acrylic. They look a hot mess still, but I do love that the dip powder has a hard covering, so it's kind of helping my nails recover and grow at the same time. Alright, so now that I have my nails shaped, or as shaped as they're going to get because they are still super short, I'm going to go in and push down the cuticle. I do normally soak my nails for this part because it just makes the skin softer and easier to push down. But for this video, I just slapped some lotion on these things. Don't really recommend doing that because obviously your skin is still kind of hard, so it's hard to push down. But I like for it to be super clean. That way when I put the base coat on, it has just this super clean finished look. Alright, so I then go in and use like an alcohol-based cleaner to clean off the nails, any oil, any lotion that I have left over, just so the base coat can stick a lot better. And part one is using the base coat. So this is the base coat here. You can see that I had trouble getting it off from the bite marks, but I will apply one thin layer to the entire nail, and I do like to be super careful with this because wherever that base coat is where the dip powder is going to pick up. So sometimes I find on the side I have spots that are missing, so this time around I wanted to make sure that I got the sides, and then you stick your finger in for the first top layer or first round. And I will be honest, like when I first did it, that first dip, I was like, what the F is this? Because it does not look clean. There's like gaps all on it. But I promise you, once you do the second coat, like the second layer of base coat and then dipping it in the second time, it does look a lot better. Alright, so after I've gone in and dipped all of my nails, I will then repeat the process by putting on another thin layer of the base coat and then immediately dipping my nail into the color dip. And like I was saying before, it will probably not look the best if you just do one dip. It'll probably look like there's spots and it won't pick up the color that well. So typically I just do it twice and I'm good to go. So you'll see here in a minute, it just looks so much better. The color just comes through a lot better and it looks a lot more clean. So I will just repeat the process again for every single nail. All right, so as you can see, both hands are done, and I did dip each finger in twice. I did do a few 3 times, just depending on if the color picked up or not. But next step is putting on a layer of activator. And I will say with the dip powder, it just makes it a lot easier if you're one of those people that struggle with painting whatever hand that you write with. So I'm right-handed and I struggle. I'm on the struggle bus when I'm trying to paint my right hand. But this, when you do the dip powder, you just have to focus on putting the base coat on just right, obviously, but after that you just dip it, and it just makes it a lot easier to make sure that both hands actually look clean. So one hand looks good and then the other hand doesn't look like a 5th grader did it. Alright, so after I applied a layer of the activator, I will then go in with yet another coat of the base coat and apply it to each nail. So next I'm going to start shaping up the nail again, just to get that excess dip powder that you see there off of my nails and shape it up. And then I will start buffing the top layer of my nail. And I typically have the little buffer that comes with the nail kit, but I could not find it for this video. So I used an old nail filer that was pretty worn down in order to do this step. Alright, so both hands have been buffed, and I'm now going to use this little pad to clean off every single nail, make sure there's no residue or anything left before I go into the next step. And once everything has been cleaned off, I'm going to apply yet another layer of activator to every single nail. Alright guys, and finally we are on the last step, which is the top coat. So I will go and apply a thin layer of top coat to every single nail, and that is pretty much it. You just let the top coat dry. It doesn't take too long, it actually dries pretty darn quick, and then you are good to go. And I will say, for anyone who wants to save money by doing their nails at home using a dip powder, I would not recommend this nail kit, being completely transparent. The red carpet nail kit is not really beginner friendly, and there's like a huge learning curve. So if you are wanting to use a dip powder, I would research other brands for sure, which is something that I wish I would have done, but I am still going to continue to use this until it's all gone because I paid for it. And this is the final look. So I really love how it turns out, and it did not break the bank. So this is how I do my nails at home.